Okay, so we have a match against Biohazard, who surprisingly doesn't have a 6-member.
Who are bravely taking on the 5v6 defense. Strategy
The
I
5v6
haven't seen since every other ranked game I play in.
Well, to see if this 5 team can go hard in the paint against Deadeye, who is attacking right now. A full 6-man attack against this 5 scrub team of ragtags.
That's right.
You can see the fight starts instantly as Bowery jumps onto the point, trying to contest as much as he can. He gets taken out as his Reinhardt was slept on the way over. But he wakes up and is able to jump on the point, trying to take on the Reinhardt there as the Mercy is able to resurrect the Winston back up.
Wow, a lot of things went right in that entire fight. BR-Ken 11 landed a really great sleep on Bosman, and that pretty much took him out of the fight. And in that meantime, Biohazard ended up cleaning up. Styx killed Envy. Oh, gets killed himself now though.
Yeah, surprisingly, this 5-man is able to hold himself. I don't think they can hold himself for any longer as there's only 2 members on the point.
No matter how skilled you are, it's still 2 CP.
Yep, still 2 CP. As we can see, your neighbor is just poking up on the choke, trying to get as much damage as he can, trying to force him out of that little corner. And he does, as the Reinhardt is able to get the Ana in the corner and the Falling Shadow afterwards. Actually, never mind. That was on Deadeye's team, as they're able to push up onto the rest of the blue team as they're able to escape. And it looks like Deadeye was able to get this first point.
Yeah, going for that reset was smart. Originally, I thought that her Shatter really pretty much won them the fight as he got the Mercy killed, but for some reason Biohazard didn't bother pushing the point despite Deadeye being down, their main healer.
Yeah,
at least now Biohazard's coming in with a pretty decent ult pool. Same with Deadeye though, so we'll see. Expect the Transcendence, probably a Nanovisor, which would nullify it.
Yeah, it would. As you can see, just the lone healer trying to scuttle her way back behind her Reinhardt shield.
Yeah, Broken needs to be careful.
My ultimate is ready.
Serial with the early pick on the Envy, as it looks like. What was the Mazal as Bowman pulls out the Power Rage, pushing Serial out of range of the objective, trying to get his way back in. He's just brawling his way on the point as the Shatter comes in from Bossman, getting the Zenyatta, taking him out of commission. As it looks like this fight is swinging towards the defenders so far, but let's see if anything's changed. As Sun is able to get the resurrect onto his Reinhardt, while Serial just whole hogs the rest of Deadeye off of the point. Looks like they're gonna have to retreat.
Yeah, now Bossman's switching to the Diva. We're gonna run a basic dive comp with Mercy. It took 3 ultimates for them on the side of Biohazard to hold this point. Now Styx is switching to the Tracer on off of the Soldier 76. Probably want to get some sneaky pokes, maybe some flanky kills. Whatever advantage they can get in this 5v6.
Yeah, they need to take every advantage they can. As you can see, more coming in, getting 2 people with a Shatter, and getting both of them, surprisingly. As you can see, a fight being brawled out on the top bridge, on top of right behind the point. As you can see, Deadeye is just losing members fast as they're gonna have to retreat.
More gains. The Fraggy style Reinhardt play. Just walks straight up to this high ground over here and shatters their backline.
Ooh, Envy with the late stagger as he was trying to escape the incoming Biohazard teammates.
Yeah, Biohazard strategy seems to be just split up, go everywhere, and get whatever kills you can. And so far, it's really working for them.
Yeah, especially this five team is really holding their own on the first point as the fight starts again. As the Moore is able to get 3 people in that shadow, but only able to kill 1. As the rest of Deadeye is able to jump on the point. The Primal Rage coming in from Bowery as he's able to knock out the Reinhardt forever. As it looks like the rest of Biohazard is trying to contest this for as long as they can. A Diva Bomb comes in and traps the Mercy in her own spawn and kills her. As we can see, the Tracer is just contesting as much as she can. She gets taken out, but gives the tanks enough time to come back. But Reinhardt and Roadhog get taken out. Lucio comes back trying to stall as much as he can. The Mercy also coming back, but she's about to get cleaned up pretty soon.
Yeah, it's funny. You know, Biohazard looked like they were going to hold this like pretty well, but they didn't watch for the Genji in their back, and as soon as the Rhine was nanoed and went aggro, they completely stopped paying attention and dropped the Dragon Blade in their backline, took out the supports. That's all she wrote.
This is a really times staggered defense from the side of Biohazard, but it does work for them as Deadeye will be able to take the first round.
Yeah, there is a reason we call it 2CP lull.
Feels bad, but
huge.
let's see if this 5-man can pull up a better offense this round.
Yeah, you know, more games making the really big aggro plays. Maybe he can do it on the attacking side. Capture the point with even more time.
Maybe. Their Biohazard needs a pretty fast attack, and they need to get them quick as you said, 2CP. If the defenders lose 2 or even 3 members, then the defense is basically broken.
Yeah, agreed. And now it looks like they're running a Death Ball-ish comp, but with Tracer, probably the Reaper for a lot of damage. It's going to be really hard for them to deal with that since they're lacking one character. One player, I should say. They got to sacrifice one class. So, you know, either run only one tank, only one DPS, only one support. So either way, it's going to make this Reaper harder to deal with.
Yeah, especially because it takes us a lot of coordination to break up this defense. It looks like they're going to be hunkered together, especially with Mora, since she needs the whole team to be hunkered together to get maximum efficiency.
Yeah, with the Mora and Mercy, there's going to be a lot of sustain there. And it doesn't look like Biohazard has anything to counteract that. No burst ults or anything like that. I think they're just depending on sticks on the Widow to just get the instant burst damage via headshot. Let's see how that works out for them.
Yeah, let's see as Biohazard going on to the Widowmaker, but also going on to the Zenyatta, which makes their backline very vulnerable.
Ooh, your neighbor taking the cheeky flank. I have a feeling him and Sticks are going to run into each other.
Let's see. As we can see, Biohazard going split on each side. Going up to the gate. As we can see, both Deadeye DPS in the back line trying to cause some trouble. As we can see, Sticks taking out Envy. He knew he was coming. Takes him out with the quick and fast headshots. Let's see if he can... See if your neighbor can... retaliate on this and avenge his friend. As he's teleporting up and takes out Sticks instantly. As the rest of the fight is happening on point. More Games jumps in trying to get a sneaky charge kill, but it seems to not have worked as he gets himself killed instead. As the Mercy just goes and kills herself anyway. As Cyril's the only one left on point. Hopefully he'll be able to reset.
Yeah, it's too bad. That was a really great pick on the Sticks. Whether accidental or not, ended up choosing a high route that wasn't in direct confrontation with the Reaper Tracer flanking, and then as soon as he noticed, just took her out right away. But unfortunately, ignored your neighbor and let him have his free reign, teleport up to him, and kill him.
So you can see Envy switching on to the Widowmaker, trying to contest Sticks, the only DPS on the side of Biohazard. If he can get Sticks, then it's basically over. As I repeated, Sticks is their only DPS. You see, both Reinhardt shatters are used, taking both out.
Wow, you do not see that a lot.
Nope. Pretty rare to see that. As you can see, a big fight going out. A lot of ultimates being used, especially the Graviton. A big ultimate being used. As we can see, Serial, the big Roadhog, trying to backcap for some reason, as he has to go kill himself to reset.
Yeah, Sun, it's a little unfortunate. Ooh, good shot.
Good shot by Sticks.
Yeah, Sun was Sun used a trance just a little too early. If he used it during that Graviton, it probably would have sustained them throughout that, and they might have had a chance of winning that fight.
No one can
You see, after the use of Chance, he switches to Lucio, Sun, trying to get the rest of his team fast onto point. And with his big AoE healing, even though it doesn't do him much, it does just enough. You see the rest of the fight go on point. And Death Blossom coming in from your neighbor, only getting Sun. And that, as Bossman with the big shatter, getting 3 people in that. And killing Roadhog and Mercy, as More Games is the only one left and he gets taken out right after.
Wow, a lot of toxic chat going on here.
Yeah. Is this matchmaking, or am I watching a scrim? Because I can't even tell at this point.
Oh, me neither. Good shot by Styx onto Envy, though.
Yeah, and Styx is really powering up against this his enemy Widowmaker, who he switched to just to counter him.
Yeah, not working though. It's too bad his team can't follow up any better, but maybe this time they will.
As you can see, your neighbor going on to the backline, taking out the Mercy, and pretty soon looks like he'll be taking out Styx. Nope, Styx gets away and is able to rain fire back onto the rest of the point. Meanwhile, on the point, a raging Winston tosses the rest of Deadeye off of the point, trying to create space for the Serial, who is just power raging all over the point, killing a whole bunch of members of Deadeye. So you can see both of the tanks just brawling it out. This should be considered DPS at this point with the amount of kills they're getting, but as you can see, not a lot of kills anyway, as your neighbor is able to take them out with 3 members left on the point. Just 2 members of Biohazard on point, so they're both in support. Sunset with the big sound barrier trying to keep his Mora alive. They both get caught in the graviton, but they don't die from it. They're contesting this for a really long time. Mora finally getting taken out, and Sun is the only one left on point contesting it. Giving enough time for more games to come back, and Roadhog also to come back too, as being a big old brawl on the point. Earthshatter comes in, only getting Sun, but Morgan is getting killed by the Reaper afterwards. Serial, the only one left on point, he gets taken out, and the first map will go to Deadeye.
Wow, what a wild ride. Sun and Broken 11 both contesting the point for so long. Caught in the graviton, didn't die, but as the team started pouring in, Broken went down first, and then just Lucio to sustain wasn't enough. Unfortunately, they just couldn't make it happen.
Yeah, unfortunate. A good play of the game from Seawalrus, is able to keep his team alive, but also willing to kill everyone in that graviton.
Yeah, I gotta say, I'm a big fan of this new, that new Moira patch where they make her coalescence a lot more transparent. Used to be really harsh on the eyes.
Yeah, Mora could pop her ult and just stare right into your soul with that. Not be able to
burn your eyes, or burn your eyes out. So what do you think Biohazard needs to do to win the next one, besides having a 6th player?
Yep, they really need the 6th player. They really need they've been running a single DPS on their attack. So if they can get another DPS, that'd be great. Since they only ran 2 tanks and 2 supports, which is pretty good, but just 1 DPS isn't gonna cut it.
I think at least if you're gonna have the 1 DPS, it probably shouldn't be Widowmaker unless you're like Carpe or Birdering. Because I mean, unless you're getting picks over and over again, against a full team of 6, I think you need more punching power. You know what I mean? Like maybe a Reaper of their own, a Soldier. Yeah, something like that. I think that's probably what that's probably what they should do the next round if they have to continue this 5v6, especially in a map like Junkertown. Yeah.
A map like Junkertown requires a lot of space opening, which is what tanks should be doing. Speaking of tanks, Biohazard, I noticed a couple of your tanks trying to make big old brawls onto point by themselves. Like, they're not DPS. I mean, you can try to make them, but in all reality, they're just tanks.
I mean, they do damage. Does that count?
Well, I guess that counts, so I'll give you that, Biohazard.
Well, no, but I think the tanks were doing okay. I think more games on the Reinhardt. It had Shatter up quite a bit. It was just swinging the entire time.
What got me confused was the use of Roadhog on Biohazard's attack, as he was just trying to get behind them for flanking Roadhog meta.
They might be referring to the side of Deadeye, as I believe they're trying to sub players in.
Well, Deadeye is going to have to run the 5v5. So here we go, 5v5, fair match, here we go.
Oh yeah. Totally even. Like said before, 5v5 like men.
No big. As you can see, it's taking a while for them to set this Bastion up as he was caught somewhere else for some reason. But he is back on the payload now, so it's all good.
Yeah, Broken just playing with my heart. I was kind of, although I criticized it, I was hoping for a little Hanzo play. Wow, early pick on this word.
Early pick on this word, but he's able to get resurrected back. Let's see if he can go against this Roadhog again, as he got hooked, but he was able to get away from it somehow. But on the backside, Sea Walrus and Bossman get taken out.
Bossman, truly a boss man. Just goes up to the Bastion, protected by his tank and healer, saying, no, you and me, buddy. I mean, it didn't work, but he tried.
He tried, and that's all that matters. As you can see, this Bastion is just rolling them so far on the first point of Junkertown.
Yeah, I think they're waiting to get more of their team together, catch an early engagement before they catch the point.
See, Germs was trying to cause some disruption in the back, but it didn't go well for him as he gets taken out, leaving this a 5v4. 5v3, speaking of which, as Broken gets taken out, trying to put some damage onto the DP, onto the Reaper that was shooting him right in the face. As it looks like Deadeye will be able to drive back the rest of the remaining forces, as Germs is the only one left on point, trying to contest this for as long as he can. He's able to bait out the Mercy Valkyrie, which is a big ultimate to bait out.
Yeah, I think Germs was a little too greedy, trying to take the fight to pretty much the rest of Biohazard, while Deadeye was trying to catch a point. I kind of understand where he was coming from, but it really didn't end up working out, put the team at a disadvantage. Next fight now, though, Broken is coming in with the tank configuration that he's using right now.
Let's see if he can get some big key kills with this, as he's able to take out the Mercy. And it doesn't even matter, as Germs is able to backcap the point since it was just a few meters away.
Yeah, Germs is...
Some ults being used, some questionable, as Bossman takes himself and more games off the point. Not off the point, off the map entirely. As even though the point is captured, they're still using ultimates and fighting in the backline.
Yeah, very questionable. Once you've lost the point, you either reset or get away. There was really no use in doing this, because now they're getting all this free cart progress, I should say, and now they have to walk back all the way from their farther spawn. Yeah.
The way that both teams are playing, it does feel like I'm watching a matchmaking game. But unlike a matchmaking game, they're more coordinated, as they use this supercharger to try to get more damage onto the rest of Biohazard. As you can see, it doesn't work for them, as Biohazard is able to hold on their own, using the Death Blossom to kill most of the members of Deadeye.
Yeah, good ultimate by this word. Actually, by good ult economy by Deadeye in general. Pretty much held the entire point with one ultimate. Now they're switching, Sea Walrus is switching to the Moira. Broken has tank configuration again. Sun with the Valkyrie. Could probably use both to boost each other. Although Bossman has a Shatter, so we could see that as well to cancel it.
Let's see if more games can block this Shatter, as he switches over to the Reinhardt. He doesn't have his own counter Shatter though, as you can see the commiseration tank coming in for Broken, trying to put some pressure onto this Reinhardt, but he is pushing him off the top and only forcing him to use his Earthshot on the ground, but he was only to get Roadhog in that. But it doesn't even matter, as the rest of his team is able to push up and take out everyone else.
Yeah, you know, Bossman taking out Broken was huge. Just taking the Bastion out of the fight, preventing him from being rezzed. And a comp like this is pretty much like taking out the Spine. They pretty much fell apart from this point on. Now Broken switching to the Pharah. Gonna go with the Pharah Mercy. That's gonna be a real problem for Deadeye, as right now they don't have anything to actually deal with this Pharah.
I will not waste this opportunity.
Yeah, as it looks like Deadeye's comp is more focused on ground battles, as they were trying to fight the Bastion on the cart. So this Pharah is real trouble for them. Let's see if this word can get a big key pick. And he does, taking out both Germs and more games. Leaving only the Pharah Mercy left to fight for themselves, trying to get back.
Don't forget Serial just running around, trying to run away now, actually.
Let's see if he can get away, and takes a detour trying to find his way out. But ends up trapping himself in this 1v1 against this word. He was able to take him out.
Wow, so close too.
So close, but yet so far. As it looks like Biohazard is looking to take this fight. As they're able to res Serial. And a Shatter somehow going past the shield and getting the Diva. But it doesn't matter. As it looks like Serial gets taken out by the Coalescence. Looks like they're going to have to push back. The res comes in from Deadeye. Just absolutely dominating this defense right now.
Yeah, although Deadeye did end up holding, they lost the Shatter because right as Bossman was about to drop it, he got killed by more games. And
30 seconds.
He ended up losing his ultimate charge in the process. Although it ends up being a fair trade, I would say.
Ooh, Broken trying to make a big play with his bear, but he does, getting the Mercy. So they're not gonna have a res coming on to this 5v4, 5v3 as a matter of fact. As Bossman gets taken out of position. As it looks like Biohazard has to take out the rest of Deadeye. This word trying to make a play with his Death Blossom, but he gets nothing. As Bowery, and this word is the only one left on point. Bowery with the Diva Bomb trying to clear him off of the point. It does for a little bit, but they're able to get back. But it gives enough space for Bossman and his Mercy to come back into the fight. Bowery gets the mech, but doesn't even matter as the Mercy is just keeping him alive so far. It's just a big old brawl onto the point. Mercy's flying in the air. It's just chaos right now. But this chaos is seeming to die down as this word and Bowery both get taken out. But Bowery gets resurrected by the Mercy. And it looks like he's going to demech soon. He's not demeching, but C9?
Oh, I believe that's what the kids these days call a C9. Getting off the point for absolutely no reason whatsoever. They were actually winning that team fight. I was seconds away from pretty much just giving it to them before they capped the point, but they all stepped off just to finish the last two members of Deadeye, and it cost them. It cost them greatly as they're only able to get it to not even close to capturing second point, just right under the bridge. I could say like 2/3 of the way through streets, which is not bad, but considering the circumstances, it's not good.
Yeah, especially since, well, going off last round, but since Deadeye, they had a pretty good attack on their round on Hanamura, but since they're down a member, I don't know how it's going to go for them.
So if Biohazard can make a strong defense, they could still win this game. Or this map, I should say.
Yeah, they can. But it looks like Biohazard is going to run the Bastion comp. The same comp that, I mean, not Biohazard, Deadeye is going to run the Bastion comp. This is the same comp that Biohazard used on their attack.
This is Biohazard. But Biohazard is actually doing it a little differently. Using 2 shield tanks, 2 healers, the Moira Mercy for a lot of sustain, and they're gonna use all that to protect the Bastion. So if you thought Deadeye was protecting the Bastion before, oof, Biohazard's taking it to another level.
Yeah, a lot of healing, as long as she's able to keep up her healing. I don't even know what I said in that sentence, so I was trying to get something in that. But anyway, let's see this attack go from the side of Deadeye, as it looks like they're going to be able to set the Bastion up faster than Biohazard did on their attack. And he's just raining bullets onto Biohazard, just destroying this tank real fast. Not the tank, the shield from more games real fast.
Wow, Jerm's stalling the point for quite a while. Didn't actually die for it. Good bubble by Serial.
Yeah, as you can see, Serial getting pretty low, but he's able to get healed back up. This word getting taken out on cart, as it looks like he will be resurrected right after, sending right back onto the cart. It's just raining fire onto the back line, which is behind them for some reason. As this word is the only one on point. Just raining fire. A Dragon Blade comes in from Germs, trying to put as much damage as he can on this word, but it gets healed up as Germs' Dragon Blade just goes to waste. He's trying to contest his Bastion as much as he can, but it seems not working. As this word uses his own ultimate to try to drive Germs back, and it does, killing Germs. And hopefully more games right after, and it does. Serial trying to put as much damage as he can onto this. He's just sneaking around, being sneaky, trying to get a pick to help his team, but I don't think it'll help him much, as he's the only one there.
Yeah, Serial needs to back off and give his team time to come with him and contest, but it doesn't look like it's going to matter because they're about to cap the point, unless Sun here has something to say about it.
Sun, the only one contesting the point, but he gets driven off as they're able to capture the point. Deadeye.
Yeah, there's only so much a Moira can do against, you know, more than one other person.
Serial is just being reckless here. He's just... It looks like he's trying to solo kill the entire team. But he's getting sneaked on by Bossman. But he's able to hook him before he gets charged. Let's see if this 1v1 can go in his favor. And it does. Serial taking out Bossman. A big key pick as he's able to go back for more. He hooks on to this word, but he's off for now. He gets trapped as this word is able to set up his sentry mode. And he gets taken out before the fight starts. As the fight is starting right now. Broken with the Transcendence, trying to keep more games alive. They're able to take out Bossman in that engagement as both Coalescence get used on both sides, trying to put pressure onto each other. Both of them using both of their Coalescence onto the Zenyatta. A Riptire by Germs tries to get a big pick, but it's off for now as he gets destroyed by this word. And it looks like this fight is going towards the side of Deadeye. As a shatter comes in from Bossman, getting Sun in it, but not killing him. As Sun is able to contest it some more. And speaking of the double, he gets taken out. More games jumps in, trying to put some pressure onto the tanks, but he will get demeched. And hopefully taken out on this point. Looks like it will be contested even more by Broken on the Lucio, trying to contest as much as he can. Looks like he'll be taken out pretty soon, as looks like they're able to capture the point and win this map.
Yeah, you know, it's awful. Deadeye had the right idea there at the end. Usually against the pirate ship comp, the best thing I've seen run is just a classic dive comp. You pressure the Bastion. If you focus him, you can either kill him or force him off the payload. Either works because in the event that he's not on the payload or even alive, you can pounce on the rest of his team and prevent them from ever setting back up on the payload. Because the strength of the pirate ship is actually setting up the pirate ship. Because that's the hardest part, but if you can prevent them from doing it anymore, it's not going to work.
Yeah, it feels bad for Biohazard as they are down 0-2 in the series.
Yeah, even with the 5v5 now, it seems like they just couldn't pull it through.
Yeah, as it looks like on the side of what's the red team? I didn't look at it. Deadeye, Lucio is going on to the drunk guy as he will not go on the drunk guy. Looks like he's going to change it. And they will be going to a Fire Mercy also.
Yeah, it's usually how it goes here. Either you run the Fire Mercy mirror or you run something specifically to shut it down because otherwise you're just going to get played around with it.
Are you experiencing any issues with your genetic?
Oh, except instead of a D.Va, you see Germs on the Zarya for Biohazard. It's going to be interesting. A lot of good ult charge whenever your Winston dives in, which is good.
Yeah, so it looks like both teams will have a pretty decent comp going into this fight on Night Market.
Yeah, Deadeye, I worry a little about Deadeye's comp. You know, not many people are going to make benefit of his shield, and I don't know if they'll make the correct space, but we'll have to see how it goes.
This Farless Mercy gets taken out by the Fire Mercy, as it looks like Biohazard is down 3 members on this fight, as it looks like Deadeye will be able to take the first point.
Yeah, pretty easy capture. This word got the instant pick off on Broken. Really hurt them.
Sticks and Sun reset, trying to get back with their team. pretty good for them so far. They're working together. Oh, and Bossman with a force reset on him as Broken is able to boop him off, but Broken gets taken out alongside. And Sun just accepting his fate alongside his farmers as they were way out on the side.
Wow, that was a mess of a play. You know, Bossman out of position, really good exploit by Broken, knocking him off the map, but he stuck around for too long and ended up getting bursted down by the rest of Deadeye. And unfortunately, Sun was with him in the air and had no one to fly to, so he gently floated to his death.
Well, as his farmers is able to come back, they're able to make a big fight happen on point. A Diva Bomb coming in, but a bigger bomb from Broken with his barrage is able to get 3 people in that. Looks like Biohazard is pushing on the point, trying to take out this Diva.
Absolutely. Broken has come out to play now, getting the first pick and then the double barrage kill.
Yeah, it seems to be pretty good so far for Biohazard. It's able to flip this point at 57%.
Yeah, they still have time even if they lose to take it in another fight. And Biohazard, on top of having the pulse bombs coming up on a Valkyrie and soon Sound Barrier as well. This is looking good for them.
It looks like the Earth Shatter won't be coming in on this fight as Stereo gets taken out, but More Games also gets taken out. The Dragon Blade from Lucio taking both supports out as the fight started to break out.
Well, that was although didn't last very long, it wasn't the worst for Biohazard. Deadeye did use the Dragon Blade, and Biohazard used literally nothing in response to it. They just took it and let them cap the point. So as long as they do a quick retake now, you could say that was worth it, especially as now they have 5 ultimates. If they use them correctly, you could say they even win the map. Or sorry, this round.
Yep, as we can see, no ultimates used to engage into the fight, but both the Transcendence and Shatter are used on the side of Deadeye, trying to keep him off. Serial not able to block it, but he will get taken back. Graviton coming in from the side of Biohazard is able to get everyone in it and the Pulse Bomb right after, killing him. As there's only 2 members left. Broken with the barrage that gets this word down to low health to allow More to just kill everything alongside.
I don't agree with the use of that barrage. I think with so many of your team on the point there was really no use in that. You could have taken down the McCree either by yourself or with help. So now, although they're still up in terms of ultimate economy, although Genji is already coming up on another Dragon Blade.
A Shatter coming in from Seal, getting most of the members, but there was no follow-up. But now that his team's back together, they're able to clean up the rest of Deadeye.
Yeah, good Shatter. Although a little slow, the follow-up managed to come through and take out the rest of the team. Now we see Germs here on the Winston. Strange running 2 shield tanks, but so far seems to be working for them. Ooh, big stick from Shatter. Sorry.
Sticks.
Big stick from Sticks.
Big sticks from Sticks. As Sticks is making a big presence on his comeback, as he wasn't available on Junkertown.
Yeah, he was clearly what they needed.
A Dragon Blade is able to bait out the Lucio sound barrier, but his Dragon Blade seems to have found nothing, as everyone was scattered everywhere. The fight breaks out on the point, as Germs and Serial, both of the big key tanks, are taken out. Broken trying to save this by barraging, but he gets taken out as Lucio takes out both him and his Mercy, as More Games, the only one left, gets cleaned up. Sticks trying to contest this as much as he can, but he will get taken out as the point will flip, and it looks like Deadeye will capture this and win the first round.
Yeah, it's generally considered trading a Dragon Blade for a Sound Barrier is a decent trade. Nobody died on the side of Biohazard, on the side of Deadeye as a result of that. So it ended up working out in their favor that once they took the team fight, they had no extra defensive capabilities. And I think that really hurt them going forward. As Broken got the barrage too late, Sun died just before getting the Valkyrie. And it ended up just falling apart for them.
I don't know if it was a misplay or a 200 IQ play coming from Lucio, but he popped Dragon Blade when there was nobody near him. But it was able to bait out the sound barrier, so pretty good it worked out in the end.
you know, I'll be honest, it did work out for them, but I saw him eyeing the Pharah. I think he was trying to pull like a Shatter 2K or just a pro Genji play where you just shift up and take out the Pharah and shift away, but it didn't end up working out.
Well, not everything can work out for them, but let's see if this fight can work out for them as the fight begins on to the point. As it looks like this Fire Mercy battle is just starting to heat up. As Lucio is able to take out Sun. Let's see if his Mercy can take out more games, who is just left on his own. And it does. Lucio taking out both supports by himself, as the rest of Deadeye is able to take out the tanks on the point. Serial, the only one left on point, he will get taken out, as it looks like Deadeye will be able to take control at the point.
Yeah, you know, two different approaches to the Far Mercy. We got one Biohazard running the dive, although instead of a Diva, we have a Roadhog. A little weird synergy between the two. Unless the Roadhog's getting a lot of picks, that might not work out well for them, although he already has whole hog.
Ooh, a scary boop coming in from Lucio, almost taking out 3 members of that. But they're able to catch their feet as they're able to jump on the point. Germs taking out Bory, man, but he will get resurrected and Germs won't be resurrected. Sad for him. Sticks with the Dragon Blade taking out the both supports and this word on the soldier, as the rest of the team is able to clean out on the point.
Wow, crazy play from Sticks. Basically the 4K play. Even though Biohazard was down, he ended up turning the fight around for them by taking out both supports and their DPS.
Ooh. A nice volley from more games. He's able to take out this word before the fight begins, and so they have to waste the resurrect on him.
Yeah, that's why Blizzard's nerfing the volley.
A big hook from Cyril is able to take out Seawallers before he could volley anyone.
Yeah, and Deadeye not catching a break this round.
And it looks like Deadeye is still engaging on this, is still poking, despite being down a support.
Yeah, Seawaller seems to be making his way closer to point.
When Shatter comes in from Bossman, he's able to get Germs in that, and he will be taken out by the Demon Bomb. And a big barrage trying to save this point from Lucio, trying to flip this point for them. He's able to take out Sticks. And the rest of Deadeye is just brawling on point, trying to take out the Fire Mercy. And they will. They take out Broken, as Mercy is just trying to reset for the next fight.
Yeah, you know, only using 3 ultimates isn't too bad. Being able to flip the point at this time is pretty good for Deadeye. It's too bad. Broken tried to save the point with the barrage, but as soon as he barraged, he must have been low health. Lucio took 1 shot at him and took him out immediately. And then barraged himself.
So I can see a Transcendence being used, trying to keep up Bossman alive as he's just brawling. He's able to separate the rest of Biohazard. Sticks with Dragon Blade trying to save this, but he gets taken out. As it looks like Biohazard is going to have to retreat, as more games is the final person being taken out in that fight.
Yeah, Sticks was trying to go for another one of those big plays, but I think they were predicting it. But it looks like he's switching onto the McCree now, so it might have just been a throwaway blade.
A boop from Broken taking out Bossman, and hopefully they'll engage on this, but Broken gets taken out right after. Let's see if they can get onto this point. 5v5 again. So you can see Lucio trying to put some pressure onto the support. Sticks gets taken out before the fight, and Lucio trying to put some pressure with his own barrage. A Deadeye coming in from this word, taking out Broken, as Germs is just brawling on point, taking out both Bossman and Sea Walrus. And it looks like this point will go towards Biohazard. Just need to clean out the rest of Deadeye, and then they will take it.
Wow, you know, I really wrote this off as Deadeye's map too. But what ended up happening was the Germs got 2 kills on the Primal, putting them up ahead, and then despite using 5 ultimates for Deadeye, Biohazard ended up turning it around, getting pick after pick, and then flipping the point, which is dangerous too, because they're about to lose the map.
Unfortunately for them, they had to use a lot of ultimates to do that. While Deadeye, they have 2 ultimates ready for this fight. The the Earth Shatter and the upcoming Transcendence. And doesn't even need the Shatter to take out Germs to start this fight off. But Styx gets the kill onto Lucio in the sky, but he will get taken out thereafter. The Transcendence coming in from Seawall is trying to keep the rest of the team alive. A Barrage coming in from Broken, only taking out this word, but it doesn't seem to be enough. As more games gets taken out right after. Diva left on the point, naked and afraid. She gets taken out. Sun has to retreat on this, but he has no choice but contest. He goes to Resurrect onto more games, trying to keep this point alive. The Diva Bomb comes in from Bowery, but he doesn't need the Diva Bomb to take out the Mercy as she gets killed. But he gives Germs enough room to come in, try to contest, but he will get taken out thereafter, and this point will flip to Deadeye as the rest of Biohazard tries to come in and contest. Styx on the Genji, trying to get as much poke as he can, trying to build up the Dragon Blade. As a Deadeye with their own barrage taking out Serial, who was demeched. And it looks like Biohazard is just losing a lot of members fast, but Sun is able to resurrect Serial, who is able to remech. Germs with his own Primal Rage, just bouncing everyone on the point, trying to keep Bossman off of the point as much as he can. Attack Visor coming in from this way, but he gets taken out by the Pulse Bomb from Styx. But he gets taken out by the Doomfist thereafter. As it looks like Germs will be able to jump back in, trying to contest even more, but he gets taken out. Only one left on the point is Broken on the Genji and More Games on the Lucio. And More Games will get taken out as Genji is only alive. Broken trying to contest as much as he can. So close to his Dragon Blade. Will be able to get it before he gets taken out. He will not. He gets taken out, but Serial trying to come in and contest. He gets taken out also. Six comes in trying to make him play, but he gets taken out the second he gets on the point. Germs is able to come back in trying to help his Mercy, but his Mercy gets taken out anyway as Germs is trying to put as much damage as he can. Trying to contest it for as long as he can. Lucio is able to come back, but both of them get taken out at the same time as Deadeye is able to win this map.
Yeah, making it a solid 3-0. My goodness, what a last team fight.
What a team fight.
Back and forth. So many ultimates used. So many ultimates brought back up and used again.
Yeah, we can see this play on the Styx earlier in this round as able to get a cheeky 4th K onto this word and Seawall versus Hunt. Styx was a pretty big part in this fight, in this map for Biohazard. He was able to make big plays.
Yeah, I gotta say right now, it looks like Styx is a big standout player for Biohazard. Who do you think's doing the work for Deadeye?
For Deadeye? I would say Lucio. When he came in on the Pharah, he was able to get a whole bunch of damage onto the backline of Biohazard, and there's nothing that they could do against him.
Oh, we have somebody joining us.
More games from Biohazard. What's up, More?
Hello, hey, I'm good.
Hello. How are we today?
Not bad.
We have more. Oh yeah, here we go. More games. The tank player from Bio. All right. So first of all, how'd you feel about that match?
I don't know. I felt okay with it. Since the first game was 5v6, I thought we did put up a good enough fight, being at a one-player disadvantage. Of course, in Junkertown, we just C9 the point, which is kind of unfortunate, but that always happens, I guess. And then in the King of the Hill map, Lijiang, we just I don't know what happened. We just didn't work out, I guess.
Yeah, you know. So what do you think are the challenges dealing with 5v6?
It's well, the thing is, if they have 6 people and we have 5, then they're obviously at a massive advantage there. Like we couldn't have that second DPS on our team because we only had 5 people, so our damage wasn't really there for most of the time.
Yeah, understandable. So what do you think were your biggest issues running the 6v6 when you guys were a full 6?
It was probably lack of flexibility in our roster. We have a lot of people who are good at 1 or 2 different heroes, but if we need to flex off to something else, then we kind of go downhill from there.
I gotcha. You think for the future you guys could work on a little more flexibility?
Yeah, I've been working on it. I've been practicing Zarya and Roadhog a lot lately, and
Nice.
I know a few other people have been practicing a lot more heroes.
Mm-hmm. Nice. And last question. What'd you think of that last team fight?
That last team fight was crazy. I don't know why it lasted that long. There was a point there where I thought anyways, that we were going to take it. But unfortunately, that didn't happen.
Yeah, you know, at any point, you really didn't know who was going to win. I wasn't surprised that neither teams would know either. But either way, you guys did good. I think you guys can do better too, so just keep practicing.
Yeah.
Thanks for talking with us.
Yes, thank you.
All right, guys, that's all for tonight. This has been Overwatch Cup Community Season 1
Almost said Overwatch
semifinals.
contenders.
Yeah, I almost said Overwatch Contenders, but that's not what we're doing. Blizzard, please don't sue us. I'm at Beatdown Boulevard here with Swan. Thanks for watching.